Hello folks, welcome back to another video into day 11 of Vlogmas. We are almost there. I can't believe I've made it this far. Today is going to be an exciting video and I'm going to keep the chatting to a minimum because there's going to be a lot of riding footage. I am in the arena and I'm going to set up some Christmas themed pole work. So I saw this, well I've seen people do it, but I also saw it on Pinterest, this like Christmas tree themed pole exercise, and I thought it looked really cute and would be beneficial for both Merlin and Eve. So I'm going to set it up right now and then I'm going to do it with both ponies. If you've been following throughout Vlogmas, you will have known that I thought that I misplaced my pivot, but it was actually sitting on my desk the whole time and I'm an absolute idiot. So anyways, I'm going to set that up now and I'll kind of show you what it looks like, and then we will skip straight to the riding footage. I think I'm going to start with Merlin because he's going to take a little bit more energy, but it's good because it will give him something to think about, and then we will go to Madame Eve. So making this thing symmetrical required way more brain power than it should have. Like truly, I spent about 5 minutes just trying to get the top one in line with C, and then same thing with the second one, and then, oh, isn't it cute? It's like a little Christmas tree. These are a set of regular trot poles, but then you can also go through at a walk and a trot and get the horses to trot through here, which requires a bit more brain power. These are basically like your standard wave poles. Closer up is trotting on a circle, and then further up is cantering. So I personally think it very likely that Merlin will just do the trot aspects of this. I don't even know if he'll trot all the way through going straight. Eve, I will do the canter poles. Merlin's never done canter poles on like a wave before, so we'll see how it goes. And yeah, I'm excited. It's super cute. So Christmas and festive. So for a little bit of context, this here is about 20 minutes into our ride, and if you've seen Merlin's week in the life video, you will have seen the warm-up and me having my first fall off of him. So if you want to see that, I will link it in the cards here. But basically I started just by walking him through all of the poles. My intention was to put my GoPro on and record, like do like a split screen, which I did do, but for the first part here I completely forgot to start recording my GoPro. And if you just heard the pitter patter of tiny feet, that was Bingley being restless. But yeah, so I started just by walking him through the exercise, and as you can see, he was very perplexed when I asked him to walk through the points, but he kind of seemed to start getting it a little bit at the walk. And for him, because he can be clumsy and he is a baby, so has baby brain, I tried really hard to take it at his pace and let him have all the time that he needed to look, and it's kind of evidenced by the fact that he gets better and better as we go through. And then I started doing the trotting. So I forgot to start recording when I started the pole work. Whoops. But we'll get a little bit on Merlin. All right, let me think. Press the boy. Steady. That's okay. Good boy. Good boy. I know it looks a bit different, doesn't it? This is very good because we've had some issues in the past of him ducking out of skinnies. Little like when I tried to jump the water trough and things like that. So this is good. There we go. We trot. The aim is to trot through, dum-dum. I know it's hard thinking work, isn't it? We will walk here. Good boy. And ideally I would have more of a run up, but set him up, go straight, wide hands, almost, but he is thinking, which is what I want. That's very good. Good boy. All right, wide hands, trotting, trotting. Good. That's okay. What a good boy. Good boy. Are we starting to think a little bit? I think especially him, where he can be clumsy, this is a lot of brain work for him. I think it might actually be fun for me to do like a side-by-side. Hey, what do you think? We can trot the last one. And then turn this way. Can we trot after the first one? Good boy. So on the Boyd Martin masterclass that I watched, he said for skinny things, wide hands, which is not something that I've ever heard before, but I've also never really done many skinny things. So, good boy. So little exercises like this, I think, will be really good for me too, with my accuracy and learning to ride different kinds of jumps, because I grew up in the hunter world. Good for him too, because it makes him think a little bit. Now we are gonna duck out this way. Good boy. Good boy. Try the circle pulls a couple times. You silly monkey. Good. Good boy. And that one more time and go the other way. Do it a couple times and you're done. Good. Good man. You're fine. Trying to let him find his own. Good. Good boy. Pay attention. Good boy. So, Mr. Merlin, aside from our little tumble, how did that go? I am very pleased with how that went. This is my first time being on his back in about, oh God, a week and a half maybe. He's been working throughout that, lunging, free lunging, long lining, but I've just been kind of taking it chill. It was so good. He was a little bit unsure, so I really took it at his pace. And yeah, I definitely think that is an exercise, like the triangles are an exercise worth putting up again, because I think it'll help with our accuracy and aiming to like skinnies and stuff later on once we start cross country. Not that it's, you know, it's gonna be a while before he does any skinnies, especially in this area. Cross country here in Canada isn't as intense as other places like the UK. But yeah, I'm thrilled with him. So I'm gonna put him out and then we'll move on to Madame Eve. So for a full disclaimer, today is the same day that I did the exercise with Merlin, and I just did it with Eve and she did really, really well, but had some technological malfunctions. So I have the first like 11 minutes on video and I'll include that. So I'm walking her out. I'm gonna leave that set up and I will just do it tomorrow. That is just the reality sometimes when you have no one to record for you, is technology malfunctions. So the footage that you're about to see from tomorrow, which is Sunday, will not be her first time doing it at the Trot and Canter, but I think it'll still give a good idea as to the different complexity that you can do based on the horse's skill level and level of training. And it might actually be a blessing in disguise that it stopped recording because my GoPro had also died. So I'll be able to get more dynamic footage tomorrow. It's me always trying to look things in the positive light. Okie dokie, so it is now the next day. And as I will have said yesterday, full disclosure, this is not her first time doing this exercise, but hopefully you'll be able to get the kind of general gist about how this goes. I'm not going to overdo it. I just want to ride her for maybe 15 minutes. So I thought it might be fun to do a split screen. Good girl. Hopefully I've done the angle well enough that you're able to see the kind of like layout of the poles. And there's a few different ways to ride it. So a good way to work on straightness is to ride like through the points like this. Merlin, I just did it at a walk, but with her, I think yesterday I did it walk and trot. And then yesterday I also did a couple times where I walked through like this, and then she kind of did like walk poles through there. Same thing here. You kind of aim straight through as though you're going like that. And something I found with her at least is that it really helped open up her back. So she wants to trot, so I'm gonna let her, but I'm not necessarily gonna focus on having the perfect dressage frame. I want her off my leg, but if she's not, you know, perfectly in connection all the time, that's fine. We will start over the trotting poles. That's a good girl. She is a little more alert today too, so giving her something to think about. Good mare. And then we'll use this to change directions. Good girl. Good. And what I really like about these triangles is that they're pretty adjustable for every horse. Good job, honey. Whoop. That was Mommy's fault, wasn't it? Steady. Very good. I'm very pleased with that. You know, she did have a little kind of walk trot warm up before we started doing this. I didn't just come out and start popping her over poles willy-nilly. Yesterday, something that we struggled with a little bit was getting through here at trot the full time. So we would go through at trot, and then once we hit the triangles, she would start cantering. So I'm gonna stay at a walk. I'm not gonna give her much time to think about it. And then here we'll go into the trot. Good. And then we'll come back to a walk. Good girl. So I'm gonna go in, sit trot, but light on her back, wide hands. Good girl. Well done. And then we sit trot, wide hands, steady. Good. Good job, honey. See, this is already a huge improvement on yesterday. I'm gonna kind of walk the first one, and then we can trot out. Good girl. Good. Well done. Good girl. So this is the kind of thing that I think would work for her, but not for Merlin, because it would be too good. Well done. Well, that was a bit of a fail, wasn't it? Good girl. And with stuff like this, I kind of have to let her figure it out on her own. That's kind of the point. Good. So there, my only indication was I lightened my seat. I saw a stride, but I didn't put leg on or anything. Now, should we try to do a lead change? Huh? Good job. Establish our canter first. Oh, fuck. Fucking hell. Oh. Good. Good girl. And so another Vlogmas video comes to an abrupt end because I forgot to film an outro. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was entertaining and educational and that you got to see the difference between a green horse and a more experienced horse. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow, not tomorrow, I will see you on Sunday for the final episode.